award to his parents, Shalini and Bill Madaras, is his dear friend, Mr. Thomas Thresher.
Okay. I made a habit of being unprepared when I was a student here. So, I went and wrote some stuff down. My 2.0 GPA was a gift because I smiled and hugged people. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming. You know, I was just joking with Nick's teammates are here. I'm one of Nick's teammates. Nick's coaches are here. And we were joking that when we heard he was becoming inducted into the Hall of Fame, we were like, oh, obviously, yeah, that's a good idea. And then we saw Christy and Lily's name next to him. And we were like, all right, just off the top of my head, 354 caps for the U.S. national team, 2 gold medals, 2 World Cups, 105 assists, 130 goals, I think.
Yeah, pretty good.
And you're a mom. So, world champion, several times over. And then Nick and I almost won states one time. And he wore zombie and cat contact lenses to intimidate the other team. So, Nick may not be being inducted for his skill, but I'm not here to give a speech about Christine as much as I love her, because, you know, my job is to talk about Nick, because I knew him in a different way. Nick taught me to be a soldier long before I ever signed the dotted line. A good soldier is loyal, tough, both mentally, physically. He's morally straight, honorable, and selfless. In the Army, we call these the Army values. We have a cool acronym, leadership. I forgot the E, so it's loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Nick truly lived it day in and day out, and a lot of soldiers don't. They want to, but they don't. On the pitch, there were very few players Nick had more skill than, and everyone will attest to that. But there were very few players who could beat him. He was a defender, and it was a nightmare to try and train against him because he didn't care if he was on your team, he was going to make you hurt. And he made the other team hurt just as much. What was I saying? There we go. He worked hard, and he put everything he had on the field. I remember winning a game 5-1 against Harding, right there on that field. And as we walked off the pitch in celebration, Nick actually went and ran extra sprints, because he thought the 1 goal Harding scored was his fault, even though it was Cuddy's fault. Do you remember that? Oh, we'll get back to that. Anyway, in the Army they called him Mad Dog Madaras. I had the pleasure of meeting everyone he served with. He was quick with a joke, quicker with a favor. His fellow soldiers who served with him told me he was the first to volunteer for all the worst details, and first to carry extra weight no matter what. And he consistently said, you know what, you stay here and rest, I'll do it. And Iraq tends to get about 130, 140 degrees, so for someone to shoulder more than their share of the task is a rare trait indeed. Being in a war sucks, believe me. There's no such thing as a day off. The hours you work are quite literally endless, and everything you consider a luxury is stripped from you. You go weeks and months without showering, and then a new t-shirt feels like the greatest gift that anyone has ever given you. To top it off, you're faced with the most sinister and evil acts humanity has to offer. So for Nick to have that attitude of you rest and I'll take care of it is not something you can get trained to do. It's just who you are. Most impressively, Nick conquered the evils of a war zone with his love and compassion for the people of Iraq. I remember him coming home and talking about how we were in trouble as a World Cup team. Turns out he was right, but for different reasons. Because the kids in Iraq were just so good, they just needed the opportunity. So he wanted to collect balls and send them over, and unfortunately, he never got the chance. So Nick's love of soccer, coupled with his ability to connect with the kids over there, led to the creation of this program, Kick for Nick. A lot of people here can attest that soccer is more than a game. It truly is. It's a universal language that transcends all ages, ethnicities, cultures. Nick understood this at a young age, and he wanted to use that power to help other people. The Kick for Nick organization has grown far beyond what any of us ever dreamed it would be. Started out as a net from the American Legion, and now it has sent more than 51,000 soccer balls to children in 46 different countries, and we're now starting domestic programs. It's provided soccer balls, new boots, kits, shin guards, and other equipment to children who may have never gotten the chance. The impact of Kick for Nick is real. In my experience overseas, and experiences of many of my friends overseas who want to hand out soccer balls and immediately get balls from Kick for Nick, they see an immediate decrease in violence in the areas where we hand out balls. On more than one occasion, would-be insurgents handed in weapons in exchange for soccer balls to give to their kids. See, this isn't a charity where people write a check for research they don't know or understand, or a program they'll never be affected by. This has an immediate and instant impact that everyone can truly feel proud of. And it started with a simple idea by a kid who used to wear cat contact lenses. See, he wanted the kids of Iraq to enjoy what we all enjoyed growing up. He put their needs over his, as he always did. And here we are more than a decade later, still helping children in need with Nick's vision in mind. How many lives have been saved because a young person got a ball and decided to kick a soccer ball instead of shoot at me and my friends? Nick's legacy is one of triumph over evil. It shows what can be accomplished if we put the needs of others over ourselves. So I'm so thankful that I got the time I did with Nick. I'm thankful to cry in front of my boyhood here at Christine Lilly, and just really, really happy to be here with Mr. and Ms. Madaras.